my father, we realized that we went to the same elementary school together. In the time we were with my father, we smoked weed and drank with him, and I never finished 12th grade. After about 6 months, my father, his girlfriend, and I got in a fight, so my boyfriend and I left. We went to live with his dad and his girlfriend. They were drug addicts also. Then we got into a fight with the two of them and had to leave there. So we came to Orange County with his mother. We kept using and drinking. His mother drank a lot and we used a lot. So eventually we got in a fight with her and she left. We lived in motels and on the street some nights. We found out I was pregnant with our first child, Jasmine. I stopped using, but he didn't. I gave birth to her, and guess what? Yes, I started using again. We began fighting a lot. I got black eye that lasted for a week or longer, and busted noses and busted mouths. But I stayed because of the baby and because I thought that's what I deserved. After a year and 8 months, about a year and 8 months later, I found out I was pregnant with my second child, Juliana. I stopped using, but I slipped up 3 times while I was pregnant with her. Thank God she was born healthy. I continued to use after she was born. About 7 months after Juliana was born, I found out I was pregnant one more time. However, I didn't want to have another child by their dad, so I kept using. I used until I was 6.5 to 7 months pregnant. Then I got clean because I started to work things out with their dad. He was in prison and I was getting help from a member of a church. And then I found out while I was out trying to get a job, there was a person that molested my oldest daughter, Jasmine. That night I took both my girls to the emergency room to get checked and file a police report. 2 days later, I lost my place to stay and stayed with a friend for one night. The next morning, I was going to get help at a shelter. But before I left, the police and the social workers were at the door of my friend's house to take my girls away, because someone reported that my friend's house was a mess and that my oldest daughter, Jasmine, was eating soap. They told me that they weren't taking my third child, Dante, from me after he was born unless he tested dirty for drugs. He was born clean. However, they came and took him from the hospital anyway. When I got released from the hospital, I went out and continued to use for about 6 months. I was supposed to do the perinatal program, but I didn't for the first 6 months. Then I decided to do it. I went through the perinatal program and graduated. However, I didn't do the footwork to the best of my ability, and I didn't learn anything. So due to my choices, my oldest 3 children got adopted. I got married to my youngest son's dad and got pregnant a 4th time. I went out of state and gave birth to my son Christian. I stayed clean through my whole pregnancy and for 2 years after Christian was born. His father left me for another girl 2 weeks before Christmas in December of 2010. I was left with nothing except my 2-year-old son. After Christmas, I made some bad choices. To get high one more time. Then because And because of my bad choices, I got my son taken by social services. I went to jail for 3 months and got put on formal probation. I'm now here in perinatal one more time. I was pissed off that I had to do this one more time. I'm fighting to get my son to push him back home with me. However, I now want to be in the program. Today I have a great sponsor, friends, and a great counselor. I have gained my tools to help me stay clean today. Through the program, I've learned to be a better person and I don't need drugs or alcohol to live life today. I can be grateful today for life and the small things in life. Today I have my family in my life. I thank my higher power for these things I have today. I have people that don't give up on me, a son that loves me regardless. Expiration date of January 5th, 2011. These are some of the good things I have in life today. So with that, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Yay. And with mine, I decided to do my life and my losses on this side. Everything was blurry when I was using. This was 4 days after I got out of jail, and I probably thought that I looked the cutest, but I know that I didn't now. I got put on probation. My mom, I felt like a puppet. I had my son in my hands, and now I don't have him. I lost out on my brother, my sister growing up. I now have to test at Medtox and here. I was unresponsible. I was unhealthy, a liar. I have a court card right here that has no signatures on it because I never went to meetings until it's blank. I was a liar. I was unorganized, unhappy. I was a thief. And then in the middle, there's the picture of my brother and my sister. They're twins, and I missed out on their prom. I missed out on my little brother getting married and on their graduation. And then on this side, this is what all my things I have today. I have my nieces. I have my sponsor and her kids. I have friends today. I have my family, my nieces. I got through this program. I have my son. I'm able to do his Christmas for him, his birthday. I get to go places with people. I have my 1 year. I'm organized. I'm alive. Things are more clear to me today. And then this is I had went to a visit with my son, and he said that to everybody else this is probably scribbles, but he told me it's letters to mom. And he told me to say thanks for being mom. And then he wants to go home. And on this page, it's a rocket ship that he wants to go home. And we're going to take a trip to the stars.
We're now going to open it up to any feedback. I'll start with the back row. Does anybody want to say anything?
Rachel and I have had the pleasure to work with all of these ladies, and it was a particular pleasure to be in council. And so I congratulate all of you out there, and in particular, Jim, with you. I've had the opportunity to hear your story in a unique way. And these past few days, kind of reminiscing and thinking about when you first came here and where you're at now and stuff like that. It got me thinking about a legend from World War II. Now, for some of you guys, I'm a little old school, so please excuse me if I go there. We're talking World War II. And while the Pacific Fleet was moving forward to eventually, or anticipated to move into Japan, they were going to stop at Guadalcanal. And that was going to be a very crucial point in the overall campaign of the Pacific. And here's the legend. The legend is this general pulled up one of his colonels and started telling them how important this objective is, so on and so forth, whoop whoop, we could win the war, all this kind of stuff. And then he asked his colonel, how bad do you want this objective? The colonel turned around and to his general and he said, as much as I have to, sir. And so the point is with that and with Jamie is that you can come and you can work your program, you can be a success, wanting it as much as you have to. But Jamie is someone that I have not really met anyone, come across anyone in my time here that's really wanted it the way Jamie has. You know, and in particular, you know, Jamie's history, you know, it's still, you know, it's a chapter history. If you look at all the numbers, it would be real easy to write off Jamie as, oh, well, you know, this isn't going to work because look what hasn't worked in the past, so on and so forth. But the thing with Jamie is when she came in here, she just wanted it like nobody's business. And that in turn made my job real easy. I just sat back and looked good while Jamie was working the program and, you know, he was snapping necks and cashing checks all along the way. She really did not miss a beat. And that shows not only just her own personal fortitude, but also the fact that, you know, past mistakes do not guarantee, you know, future failures. And you can turn it around despite what has happened. As long as you show up and you're willing to do what you need to do, you can turn it around. And with that, I wanted to conclude and again say congratulations to you all, ladies. Congratulations to you, Jamie, and thank you for letting me take part in your glory.
That's right. Any other clients? Anybody in the back row?
Hi, girl. Well, congratulations, Michelle. Honestly, you girls have fucking balls. I'm sorry for my language.